your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good you say? I dabbled in stand-up or something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Hello, boys and girls. Do I say happy holidays? Yeah. Hanukkah started. Sure. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody's getting into the Christmas season. I know I am with my Trump Christmas shirt. Welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr podcast. I know we've done a lot of in studio interviews lately for Nightmare, so it's nice to be back on CMP with an awesome virtual guest. Before I bring her on, I have a comedy show to promote. Guys, if you are in the tri-state area, that's New York, Connecticut, Jersey, who knows, maybe you want to drive out from Pennsylvania. If you are looking for an excuse to come to New York City before Zohran Mamdani ruins it, if you want to check out the department stores during the Christmas season, maybe go ice skating, who knows? Whatever you want to do in New York City, it's up to you. But come see me. I will be doing stand-up at Gino Bisconti's birthday show on Sunday, December 28th, 8 o'clock show at Rodney's. It's formerly the old Dangerfields Club in New York City on 1118 First Avenue. I think that's in the 60s, like 61, 62. So come on out. Get your tickets now. It's going to be myself, obviously Gino Bisconti, Keanu Thompson, Jake and Louie, which is like a very funny puppet act, and several other familiar faces from Compound Media. It's going to be a lot of funny people on this show. So come on out, get your tickets now, get drunk, have a good time, get some laughs before the new year. Why not? Please and thank you. And of course, as always, if you have a cool club by you that you think I should perform at, tweet at them, tweet at me, get in my DMs. I'm always looking for cool new places to perform comedy at. And of course, if you're watching this right now, please like and subscribe and leave a comment, because I think YouTube has some gay sort of algorithmic change where they don't count it as a view unless you're liking and subscribing and commenting. So do all those things for me, please. Thank you. Today's guest, oh my goodness. I like that she is like kind of a newbie to the scene. She hasn't, this might even be her first interview or one of her firsts. So I'm so excited. When she blows up, you can say, I saw her way back when on the Chrissie Mayr podcast. She's an independent journalist, and I'm really enjoying her Twitter. Her Twitter is Reii Valentina, 2 I's, 2 A's, and her takes are very spicy and very funny. So I'm very excited to have on the show tonight, Reii Valentina. Oh my goodness.
How are y'all?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here. What's new, Reii?
Nothing much. Just being myself,
Being yourself, getting into trouble. I'm going to play, for people that are unfamiliar, most of the people who watch this show at least have a Twitter account, but hopefully my goal is to make everybody kind of like a Twitter nerd.
Yeah.
Because it's the place to be. If you're on the internet, I just think you should be on Twitter. And if you're unfamiliar with Reii's work, my goodness, you're so funny. This is just a sample of the kinds of fun videos. We'll see what happens to We'll see what happens. But this is a fun sample of your takes.
Watching all of these niggers lose their EBT is hilarious. Nobody told these women to have multiple kids with multiple niggers. And I also love how they're
Wait, where's
all
my
saying that they're
censored
gonna
button?
commit a crime on camera.
Yeah, I
got a lot of potty words.
Shit, I ain't paying nothing. Y'all took my EBT. Okay, Shaniqua. You wouldn't have to steal if you were a productive person in society. And we all know niggers do not fit that description. I think we should keep taking all of their benefits.
I have my
until
censor
they
button.
Get up on their fucking feet and stop depending on people to raise their niggers. EBT and all these niggers are enabling and making these people feel more
It's funnier without the
You
censor
can see in the
button.
chimp outs, they think they're entitled to free shit. Well, I have a word for you, Daquan and Shaniqua. Just get up on your feet and work like a normal person. And maybe try having less niggers. Watching all of these niggers lose their EBT is hilarious.
Oh
Nobody
my
told-
God. You're so funny. You're so funny. And like, I'm a big free speech person.
Mhm.
And I think anybody should say whatever they want. Like, I personally don't say the N-word much because like I just, for my personal comedy style, like the juice is not worth the squeeze, I guess. And I don't
Right.
I just don't really have a reason to. I would never like call somebody that. Like
Yeah.
occasionally the word comes in a super chat, like from people who try to push the envelope. And like, if I ever do say it, it's in like a funny way, or I like change the way you say it. Like I'm never hard R-ing it. I just like, for me, I don't feel the need, but I think it's so.
I love saying the N-word.
If you are Black, like it is kind of, you can get away with it more clearly, and it's hilarious when you do it. I have a friend, Reii Valentina, who's half, she's half, but like she looks completely white, which is why it's her sense of humor is pisses people off, because they'll be like, who the hell is this white girl saying the N-word? But then they'll look and she'll always, every time she posts a photo of her Black mom, I'm like, what? Twitter's coming after her again for something. But I think you're so funny, and your takes are so kind of just refreshingly honest. So I just want to know a little bit about you. Like, how did you come to be an independent journalist? How did you come to be on Twitter? And like, have you always had these kinds of takes, or
it all started, I'm gonna go back to when I was in middle school.
Wow.
So this is like how I became like how I am. I feel like I've always been this way, but like, so I'm in middle school and I was so in love with Japanese culture. I can show you my room. I would, but I'm on the computer
like
right now.
Anime
But
and stuff?
yeah, anime. I have a whole shelf dedicated to anime. So I was in the Japanese culture and I always respected their culture. I, researched it a lot, and I'm like, and it just got to a point where I looked at my culture, because I'm Black American. I was born here. And I'm like, why don't Black people act like Japanese people? Because Japanese people are quiet. They're nice. They know what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? They have their shit together.
I can't think of, like, stereotypically speaking, two groups of people that are more opposite.
Yeah. So that's how it came about. I was like, how come my people don't act like them? And I was like, man, I'm radicalized now. And then there's just so many steps to me being radicalized. Like because I used to go to a charter school. And
what is a charter school? It's just
a fancy school? Yeah, it's not a private school. It's just a fancy uniform school that practices IB curriculum and all that stuff.
We had an IB curriculum in my high school, even though it was public school. But I remember they were all like, "Gotta do international baccalaureate and college credits." Meanwhile, it did not. It got me 0 college credits, and I did that 2,000-word essay for nothing.
Damn, that's crazy. They were gonna make us do it, but I didn't do it because I left the school.
Okay, good for you.
So, I got put into a public. Well, they're both public, but the other one was more predominantly white. So there was a lot of controversy. Like, if you got caught vaping at that school, that's how pretentious it was. Did I say that right? If you got caught vaping, it was like a whole thing. Like, it was a big deal over there. But like at a normal school in Texas, if you get caught vaping, it's no big deal because everybody vapes. So yeah, that's what kind of school I was coming from. So I go to this public school and I'm like, wow, these students are really different from like my little white school, because why are we smoking weed in the bathrooms? Why are we cussing teachers out? why are we doing all this stuff? And then I'm like, oh, this is a very diverse group of people.
And what
Now,
state did you grow up in?
I grew up in Texas.
Oh, in Texas. Okay. And you're there
Yeah,
now. Okay.
yeah. So Texas has a lot of Hispanics and Black. Well, I think it has more Hispanics where I am in Austin. It has a lot of Hispanics. So I went to school with a lot of Hispanics and Black people. That's the main amount. So that's why everything was so troubling for me because the Black and Hispanic students, not all of them, of course, but they were the ones who were acting up,
Mhm.
And I was like, why are they like this?
Yeah.
And yeah, I started to get radicalized. I'm like, these people need to do better, blah, blah, blah.
So between like middle
You get what
school and
I'm
high
saying?
school, you go to two different kinds of schools, one predominantly white. Were you like one of very few Black students there?
Yeah, very few. Like it was
And how do you feel
so
like you were treated there? Did they make you feel weird? Like, did you feel
um I had my little friend group. At my charter school, it was what is that word for groups of people?
oh
Cliques.
like a clique? Yeah.
Yeah, they got the popular kids, the weird kids. I was with the weird gaming, anime kids. That was my group.
Oh yeah. Once you get into anime, you're
You're
pretty much
automatically a
you're
weird
stuck
kid,
among
yeah.
the weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had our geeks. Yeah, and where was I going with that?
Oh, did you feel like do you feel like, oh, I
Yeah,
really
no,
stand
I
out race
wasn't.
wise?
We all treated each other the same, but we were
Yeah.
just a little.
You were a nerd. You were with the other nerds.
Yeah,
And then you transferred to a more like Black and Hispanic school and you were like, wow, it seems like the
these
Black and Hispanic
motherfuckers are
kids
crazy.
are
Yes.
more misbehaving. And how did they treat the white students any type of way, any certain way when you went to the more like Black and Hispanic school?
Honestly, they were warning me of the white kids. I was like, "What's wrong with the white kids? I don't see them doing your bullshit." And I'm like, "You just need to like not be friends with them because they're rich. They don't know what you're going through." And I'm like, "What do you
Wow.
mean?" I mean, white, we're all human. And then they're like, "Oh, you're different." And I'm like, "Okay. I don't see people just as their color. Just because they're rich and white, what does that mean?"
Their parents could still like beat the shit out of them too. They could have other
Right.
problems,
Hmm.
that are separate from their family's income. They could be on
Exactly.
drugs, their
And
parents could be drunks, like you just yeah.
right. And then I had, you know, being the only few black girls there, I don't want to like air people's business out, but I'm not going to name names, but there was other black girls there at my charter school, and you know, they would talk about me and stuff. They weren't friendly. They pretend to be friendly towards me, but deep down, I know they didn't want to be my friend.
'Cause you were
So
like nerdy and different and
yeah,
you
they
didn't
treat
hate white people.
yeah, and that yeah, she would just talk about me and stuff, talk about my hair and stuff because I had a lot of hair when I was younger, and I did different things with it. A lot of black girls get braids. That's how they
Mhm.
expect you to get braids, box braids. I didn't want to wear braids, so I wore crazy styles like pigtails, and
Mhm.
they would talk about my pigtails, and I'm like, well, I'm just vibing. You can just be in the black community. You can be a different type of black girl, like an alternative black girl, and the how do I say this? The nigger black girls. You get what I'm saying? The niggerfied ones.
Warn me next time and I'll do my
I'm sorry.
I'm totally kidding. I don't even think it matters. I'll just say,
So the
"Look, she's
hood black
black." You can
girls.
say it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the hood black girls, they don't take kindly to alternative black girls who aren't hood. They don't like us.
Why do you
They
feel like is it almost like this automatic set of behaviors and way to speak and way to dress and way to have your hair? It's like, do you feel like it's kind of just like an automatic package that you get like sort of growing up? Like, I need to fit into this
yeah.
frame.
Yeah, and I never wanted to fit into the hood. There's only one pipeline for a black girl. It's to be hood, have multiple baby daddies. That's not who I wanted to be. That's a goal for these other black girls, but that's not me.
Is
And
that
I
the
get
goal? Because it's the sense of like, if I have multiple baby daddies, like I have multiple sources of income and like
yes, ma'am.
multiple people that are tied to me, which like
Yeah, and
I kind of
also
get.
yeah, it's also a thing where the multiple baby daddy thing, I feel like it's an insecurity thing because I heard a theory that says a lot of black girls they just get pregnant because they feel like they're ugly and can't be receive love or something. So they get pregnant and have all these baby daddies because they think getting pregnant is love. And honestly, I believe that
In a
because
sense, like you're the baby is that's definitely like
Mhm,
the most incredible type of love.
absolutely.
You know, and your babies like can't really leave you. I mean, like at least it'll take maybe 18 years, but
Yeah.
like I know women that just they kept popping them out and it's like, oh,
Mhm.
either
Yeah.
they just really love it or they just well,
And I
they don't
always
really know.
encourage people to have a lot of kids, but
Yeah.
honestly, if you can't afford them, stop putting them in a bad situation. You get what I'm saying?
Right. People have kids for all sorts of reasons and like there's a lot of people who have them just to try and pad their wallet or pad their
Mhm.
sense of self. I don't know. Yeah, but like it's tricky because we are in like a little bit of a population collapse, I think, in this country and like many European countries. So I
Yeah.
would say ultimately, like if you're a US citizen, just go ahead and have those babies and you'll figure it out.
Right.
So what year did you graduate high school?
I
Still, oh
graduated 2022.
my gosh, so you're a baby still. But
Yeah, I'm
give people
20. I think I'm 22. Yeah.
like a sense of context of what the times are like when you're like, going to high school basically like, 2 years ago. And so when did you start to air these opinions that you have like to your kind of like nerdy friends in
Oh,
high
yeah.
school and like
Yeah.
do it to make them laugh or just do it for shock value?
Honestly, I feel like they knew who I was, so they would laugh at me going off on my own people, even in middle school. I love my friends from middle school. They were awesome. But shout out to them. But they would listen to my racist jokes and they'd be like, "Girl, you're crazy," and they'd laugh. Um, and yeah, I've been like this for a while, so my friends are used to it.
Yeah. And so when did you discover Twitter?
Oh, okay. So it's a long story. Not that long, but I think I started around I had one in 2021, but I never used it. So I think I started it again. You can go back and look at my first post. It's about anime. And I think it was in 22. And so after that I'm bad with dates. I'm sorry. I think I started in September 2023. No, 24. That's when I started to like get on Twitter and X and start
Mm.
saying my takes. And I was encouraged by Elon because I love that guy. He was like, get on here and start speaking your mind and stuff.
Mm.
You will be seen. And I was like, okay, hell yeah. I want to be seen. So I want to get my opinions out there. I want my opinions out there and my statements out there more than I want to be seen. So I make my account and I start posting, posting, posting. And people are like, oh, look at this chick. She knows what she's talking about. And I'm like, yeah. And I start getting follows and follows. Yeah, and it worked out, and I would have crash outs. Yeah,
This one?
I
I'll say this. This is funny.
you can't even sit on the train.
Oh, this was after
and
the
fu-
arena. I can't pronounce her last name, but after the girl was stabbed on that
Irina, yeah.
Irina, yeah. She was it a bus, train?
Fall asleep, look at a book without a nigger coming to stab you or burn you alive. That is why America is in shit. Because of niggers. And if you don't call this out, then you're a pussy. Nobody should be afraid of the N-word. Nobody should be afraid of racism at this point and at this time and age. Fuck it. Call me a racist. Call me a fascist for calling out nigger behavior. I never cared about being called a racist, a fascist, transphobic, anything. I never cared about that growing up. The more people realize that being called racist means nothing anymore, society will heal. So many white people, and not just white people, everybody's afraid of being called a racist. And honestly, that's what's holding you back. You can't even sit on the train.
Yes.
Yes. No, but that is sad. And it's the sense that like just in general, like it doesn't matter like what race of the person is. The sense
Honestly,
that
yeah.
the sense that
I
you
was
have to keep your head on a permanent swivel when you're on public transportation is
right.
scary.
And that reminds me, white people being afraid of racism. I was at a bar in Dallas because I went to this thing with Jake Lang, my friend. Do you know who that is?
Oh yeah, why does that name sound familiar?
Jake Lang, I think he's a January 6th
Yes,
prisoner.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we all went out to Dallas to march for anti-Islam, and we were at a bar before the march, and these two white guys are like, "Hey, your black friend is so racist." I don't know where they came from, but he has a black friend named Philip Anderson,
Mhm.
and Philip met these two guys. I don't know what happened. They were just in my face arguing and white guy, and it's a white dude calling Philip a black guy racist, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, because I think it's hard to explain, but it was just a bunch of white guys in me and Philip's face saying that we're racist and that we shouldn't be like that. And I'm like, how do we have it figured out and you don't?
I think certain white liberals have such a sense of duty and honestly that a lot of them are really programmed like this is what you're supposed to say.
Mhm.
Even when they see behavior, I mean all you have to do is open up Twitter, and I know some people say, oh, that's just your algorithm, it's showing you more and more of this type of violence and behavior because that's what you click on, but like it's algorithm or not, you're gonna see it whether it's on Twitter or
Exactly.
on the news, and it's just sort of pattern recognition. And um if you've been sort of propagandized like, no, well, we gotta defund the police, and we need to replace them with social workers, and these things
Yep.
wouldn't happen if we had social workers instead of cops. And there's something about, I don't know, I think it's the type of white person that like honestly doesn't have enough struggle or problems in their own life that they feel the need to like take on the problems of other people, or they just feel like, I don't know, black people can't stand up for themselves, so
Mhm.
they need to be the champion of black people. I think it's probably one of those two reasons, or it's just they've lived in such a bubble, they've been to like, they grew up in a blue state, they went to a liberal college, and they just that's what they that's what they think. And
Yeah.
they
It's
haven't been, like,
sad.
mugged yet. They haven't been, like
Even I've seen people who get mugged and they still aren't racist. And I'm like,
yeah,
how?
Seth Rogen. Remember Seth Rogen? He's a comedian. He, like, got carjacked. He's like, "I've been carjacked 3 times, and I still, you
And
know,
not racist. I'm
I
like,
still just aren't."
how? You're gonna die if you don't become racism.
He can
You don't
afford to
become
not be
racist.
racist because he can keep buying cars, I suppose.
Hmm.
I think this was a tweet of yours, "Stop being afraid of racism in 2025." I wonder if this was around the time, that you're talking about.
You can't even sit on the train
Oh, this is
and
what I
fall
played this
asleep.
already.
Look at a book.
That's why I played that already. It's so true. You have to be you look like Nicki Minaj. Do you get
Oh,
that a
thank
lot?
you. Yes, I get that a lot. Thank you. I love her.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
glad she's on our side.
She's hilarious. Once she came out with, I think COVID radicalized her, and then she had
Oh
that
yeah.
whole video about like her cousin,
Yeah.
her cousin wouldn't get vaccinated or something. I forget exactly what it was, but she like really woke up, and she's just funny, and I love her style, and
Yeah. I've loved her forever. Oh my god.
she just doesn't care. Okay, so
She doesn't.
you're in the situation where you're getting called racist by, I guess, a bunch of white guys, and you think,
Yeah, I
like,
took a
"Huh."
picture of it too. It was so funny.
Took a
And
picture of it,
Jake,
everybody
yeah,
applause.
yeah, and Jake was like telling them, "Hey, don't assume she's not racist because she knows she's. Have you seen her Twitter?" And he's like trying to show him my ex, and I have a picture. It's so funny, but he's like telling him, "Hey, she's just as racist as me."
Nice to meet Jake.
He followed me on X, and I'm glad I met him. He's pretty cool.
And he's like Austin based too, I guess.
I believe he lives in New York, but he came to Dallas in Epic City because Dallas is turning into a Muslim place.
Oh,
And
really? Wow.
yeah, they're building a bunch of mosques. They're trying to build a Muslim city only, and we went to go protest that.
Okay.
And
Yikes.
yeah, that's why we were out there.
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're creeping in.
It's horrible.
I don't love
I
it.
don't like
Yeah,
that.
I just don't feel. I feel like I don't know. You should not be trying to like. You should be trying to assimilate. This is a Christian country. Don't be trying to like turn everything like Islam.
Exactly. Like I mean, they can exist, but like, why are you trying to turn U.S. soil into your country?
Mhm.
Sharia law does not belong in Western society.
Yeah, it's not gonna fly here. You can't just push
You can't
eggs
just do
off
that.
roofs.
Yeah.
Do that in your country. And I even heard the justification of like, well, the US, like, they've robbed so many minerals and resources from these countries, so these people have to come here. And it's like, I don't know.
That's not how it works.
I don't know if I buy that. So, okay, that's so interesting. So you're becoming friends with the likes of Jake Lang and other. I bet you have
Other
probably,
awesome people.
you
Yeah.
probably have met a lot of cool people just from Twitter alone because your takes are so out there and you're so bold and you're so unafraid to share what you think that you probably a lot of people probably gravitate towards you and are just like you're like a magnet for based people.
Right.
That's so neat. And you haven't been doing it even that
Not
long.
even long. Yeah. I was like, damn. But I knew I could do it because, like, look, you got to just get on there and start speaking your point. And that's exactly what I did. Everybody was right. They're like, just go post and you'll blow up. And look what I
Wow.
did.
And yeah, it's more so the videos than like if you were to just type out.
Yeah,
your
you have
take.
to make videos because it'll get people's attention. They want to see it come from you, not your screen, your keyboard.
Is there anybody that you learned like tips from, or you just know from?
I just know because I've been doing. I mean, I know how to, get people going with.
Yeah.
I know how to do social media.
You're the youth.
Yeah, we were accustomed growing up to that shit. So
yeah, God, I didn't even. Well, I joined Twitter when it first came out, which was like 2007. Oh my God! But I didn't really get super active on it till probably like 2018. So yeah, it was just I didn't even know how to. I'd be like, "Here's my sandwich." I was doing a lot of sandwich posting.
Yeah.
Many years until I was like, why don't you just tell the people how you feel?
Yeah.
So
that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. And that's cool though. I like this tweet. I'm gonna pull up this tweet and then we'll talk about the article that you shared under it. Okay, guy gets 18 months in jail for 2 angry tweets about migrant hotels seen by only 33 people and reported by his family. No one was hurt. No real violence happened, yet the book is thrown at him while Britain often goes easy on actual violent crime. Free speech is dying quietly under vague laws and selective enforcement. Truly insane. I'm going to bring up that article, and it reminds me of that horrible shooting that happened in Australia recently.
Yeah.
And I was listening to like the firsthand accounts of folks that were like, yeah, the cops have no balls. They were doing nothing. And this is a group, a group of unarmed folks, and it's so scary to me, the idea of like living somewhere like Australia where it's like there's just no way to protect yourself, and then these radicals come in and it feels like everybody's a sitting duck,
Right. Yeah.
So this is a Daily Mail article that's about. Twitter user is jailed for 18 months. I think this is based in the UK. 18 months for 2 anti-immigration tweets made after Christmas market carjack that were viewed just 33 times. And like, this is nothing new. I've interviewed a lot of people usually from the UK that either get jailed or some kind of real life suspension or real life consequences from just tweets or social media posts.
Yeah, that is not fair.
And
And the people here, when Trump was elected, they say they want to move to the UK because, we have so much more rights over there. Look at what people are going to jail for. You don't have any rights over there.
Yeah, if you want to tweet or speak your mind in any kind of public way, that the UK is not for you. Or Australia. A Twitter user who posted 2 anti-immigration tweets that were viewed. I mean, how many followers do you have to get only 33 views?
Right.
Has been jailed for stirring up racial hatred. Luke Yarwood, 36, received an 18-month. That's a year and a half, guys. Sentenced after tweeting in the wake of the Christmas market car attack in Magdeburg, Germany, in December of last year. His posts were reported to the police by Yarwood's own brother-in-law,
Wow.
who he did not get along with. Oh my God. And it's like, you know what? The brother-in-law is probably not even on Twitter. And this is like December of 24. This is you would think during Elon's Twitter. It should be fine. But no, not if you live in the UK. The case has drawn comparisons with Lucy Connolly, the 42-year-old wife of a Tory councillor from Northampton who was jailed after she called for people to set fire to asylum hotels in the wake of the Southport attack in July of 2024. Siobhan Lindsay, prosecuting, said Yarwood's extremely unpleasant posts, extremely unpleasant, had the potential. It's like, then don't follow him, block him.
Right?
You can't if you don't enjoy him. Had the potential to trigger disorder at one of the 3 high-profile migrant hotels in Bournemouth, Dorset, near to where he lives. Okay, so this is where the guy lives. He's just commenting on his community, but God forbid we trigger the migrants in the hotel. His barrister argued the post had been 33 views between them and were the impotent rantings of a socially isolated man that had no real-world consequences. But then why prosecute him? Well, just to scare the shit out of people. Make an example of him, right? But Judge Jonathan Fuller said Yarwood's odious tweets were designed to stir up racial hatred and incite violence. That's giving him so much power. Anybody really, like if one person has the power to stir up racial hatred and incite violence, well, it's probably not about the tweets then. And they jailed him. Look at this guy. He doesn't look ready for prison.
He's too small.
He's too small for prison. He's too narrow shoulders. Too skinny. Wow. Okay. Bournemouth Crown Court heard Yarwood from Burton near, at least a lot of these words don't even make sense, near Christchurch, Dorset, made a series of anti-Muslim and anti-immigration posts from December 21st, 2024 to January 29th, 2025. Wait a second. That didn't even happen yet. Oh, no, wait. That was just kidding. That was I'm retarded. It started the day after the car attack in Germany in which 6 people were killed. At the time, misinformation on social media suggested the person responsible was an Islamic extremist. Yarwood, and you know what? Just look at the shooting that they had recently at Brown, the Brown University, or is it Brown College? No, I think it's Brown University. I think the university is actually, no, I know for a fact. I was just listening to the news. They're withholding footage of the shooter, and I think because they're so freaking liberal, I think they're trying to cover up that it's like an Islamic extremist.
Right. They always do that. They in the news articles too, they'll say some dumbass nickname and then never the race of the person. But when it's a white person, they're like, white dude does this, white dude did that,
Right.
white dude,
Yes,
white dude.
I think you're referring to, right? When it's like a black person who does a crime, they'll be like, oh, a bunch of cyclists, a bunch of urban teens, or a bunch of teenagers, or a bunch of like strangers, or there's
why those stupid nicknames? Just say that they're black.
There's people who keep a list of every nickname that it's kind of funny at this point.
Right.
Okay, Yarwood responded to a post that stated thousands of Germans were taken to the streets and they wanted their country back. Yarwood replied, head for the hotels, housing them and burn them to the ground. I mean, like, is that an incitement of violence?
Honestly, the people in the motels or whatever the fuck it is, they are the violence. So why not take out the violence? I mean, you should not kill people, of course, but like,
no, you should say let's deport them.
Deport them, yeah.
But you would think that the hotels are probably burn proof. They're probably made of brick and whatnot. While further posts by him displayed a rabid dislike for foreigners, particularly Islam, these did not stir up racial hatred or incite violence. For example, Yarwood wrote about the amount of foreign people in Bournemouth starting walking for ages and not hearing a word of English. This is a take that most people probably have
Right.
in the UK. He also wrote of his disgust at seeing asylum seekers outside the hotel staring at young college girls. Again, this is a genuine concern. How many attacks have we heard about? Just in like, I know New York City alone, because that's the big city that I'm closest to. A lot of these illegals are attacking women.
Exactly.
A lot of rape up in here.
That's ridiculous. And then nobody's even doing anything about it. They're just letting them.
They're afraid because they don't want to be like, well, it's racist if any of these things are true. The second illegal tweet was made in response to a post by GB News. He wrote, I think it's time for the British to gang together, hit the streets, and start the slaughter. Okay. I mean, he could just say it was a figure of speech, or he should have just said at the end of it in Minecraft. But yeah, I mean, I think he probably could have gotten his point across and not been so direct. But I still don't think that it's worth jail time.
Yeah, me neither.
It's words. Words are words. Words are not violence.
He needs to be pardoned.
Yeah. Violence and murder is the only way now. Start off burning every migrant hotel, then head off to MPs' houses in Parliament. We need to take over by force. I mean, he's not saying. Okay, he did say slaughter. I still don't think he should have been jailed for tweets.
Yeah.
Ms. Lindsay said that while the two posts in question had minimal views, the other posts Yarwood made in the same period had been viewed over 800 times, which is still not a lot of views. She said that there would have been some awareness that he was not merely shouting into the void. He was also replying to bigger accounts that have more followers, such as GB News. She said one of GB News's posts that he had replied to had 1 million views. She said in posts over this 1 month period, the defendant plainly demonstrates a rabid dislike of those he regards as non-British. I mean, you're allowed to not like people.
Exactly.
Immigrants, Muslims, as well as other minority groups within society. The two specific posts were aimed at immigrants or asylum seekers housed in government hotels. This wasn't reckless behavior. This was a pattern that happened over a month. It was rooted in his belief. He was angry about the presence of Muslims and foreigners in Britain, which probably lots and lots of people are, but I would assume most people are afraid to speak out about it. These two posts bookend a series of extremely unpleasant. Oh, we can't have unpleasantness, can we? Between December and January, Ms. Lindsay made comparisons with the Lucy Connolly case. She said that although they were not the same high risk of disorder in this case, the atmosphere of this country around these hotels and asylum seekers remains an extremely contentious one. Oh my God, we can't have the atmosphere be bad. We should be able to let these guys just pillage and rape without being bothered.
Yeah, basically that's what they want.
While stealing all the resources and taxpayer money so they can get whatever they want. Ms. Lindsay said there are ongoing protests daily around asylum hotels up and down the country that are having to be policed. We are not, I mean, and to say that this guy with these tweets that got maybe a couple hundred views are responsible for these protests. These protests are part of a larger pattern, but again, they're scaring people and they want to police speech and they want everyone to be too scared to say anything. We are not in immediate risk of widespread disorder, but the atmosphere is not one of calm in this country around this issue. Yeah, it's not because of tweets. The whole country is aware of the disorder that took place after the Southport killings, including an arson attack on a hotel. And he was encouraging others to overthrow Parliament by force and head to MPs' homes. Nick Tucker, defending, said the current climate is such that this sort of activity has the potential to fuel serious disturbances. Thankfully, this was viewed by an extremely limited audience. I mean, like, do I think that you should be like inciting violence in tweets? No, I personally think as a comedian, like you should be a bit more clever than that. Like try to explain how you feel in a joke or focus on how bad they stink, things like that. The fact that they eat with their hands, I think that's more fun. But you know, they should have security in place, like to protect like the Parliament and prime ministers and all that.
Right.
They want the people scared. And it kind of reminds me of of like, you know, your tweets and your takes are so honest, and you get probably a lot of pushback. Do you get more pushback from like liberal whites or black people?
Blacks. Oh my god. They're called FBAs. The FBAs are the ones who are attacking me the most.
FBA.
I like to call them FBNs, fundamental, whatever the fuck they call themselves, fundamental black niggers. Sorry. But they call themselves fundamental black Americans. They're not Americans, they're a bunch of niggers. Sorry. Yeah, they have this whole thing where they're like, oh, we deserve reparations. They're just a bunch of black supremacists, basically. And they've tried to, I think they tried to dox me and shit.
Really?
Yeah, I live in Austin. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And if they want to come, I have, so.
You know how to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You're aware of the Second Amendment.
Right.
We'll say that.
And Texas is a stand your ground law. So.
Good. So are your DMs just full of hate?
Yeah, and my comments. They're trying to bring up my past. I just made like a little mistake in my past. I mean, I have a mugshot out there. I'm not even gonna hide it because, of course, yeah. And it's not for anything serious. Like, and I know that they're just being petty because.
What does that have to do? And you know what? Like, wouldn't it be great if everybody with a mugshot who had one bad experience like turned around and was like, hey, maybe I do need to straighten out or adjust my behavior somewhat? Like that should be
that's exactly
thing.
what I did.
Hey, this is me learning from my life experiences and trying to be a better person and trying to like, you're noticing a pattern of behavior and aren't, you know, don't black people say like, oh, well, you know, who are you as a white person to talk about our community? Well, it's like, well, you're pointing out patterns in your own community.
Exactly. And I also love how they pass that mugshot around. But here's the thing. They don't like when black people are caught up with the police. Like, you get what I'm saying? They don't like when black people are arrested. They're like, oh, the police are racist.
Right. It's not what we're doing. It's just the racist police.
Yeah, but somehow they're cheering on me being on a mugshot. But I thought they were so against the police.
Hypocritical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm against the police.
That you have a mugshot because of racist police.
Yeah, and if I was a leftist, that's what they think. But now that I'm right wing,
right, you have the wrong opinions.
Yeah.
Before we started recording, I was like, Ray, are you familiar with Jesse Lee Peterson?
Mm-hmm.
Who I feel like I really want you guys to meet because I think you would be just besties. And he's based in LA.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I think I replied to his thing on X.
You guys have to meet. He's just so funny. Again, does not care about upsetting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been on his show a couple of times. He actually, I really credit him with helping me kind of get over my daddy issues and forgive my dad like right before he passed away. So very, very critical. I met Jesse Lee Peterson at a very like critical time. So just a cool dude. But this is a sampling of he thinks that July should be White History Month.
Major announcement right now. As of today, the 1st of July, today is the 2nd, I think. Yeah, 2nd. But the 1st of July is White History Month. White History Month.
And if you ever like go to his not his offices, but like his studio, they have a lot of funny like shirts, like merch shirts, and like some of them say like White History Month and a bunch of other like funny stuff.
Yeah, that is funny.
So the whole month is White History Month from now on. Happy White History Month. As of July 1, 2018, we will be celebrating the entire month of July White History Month. And the reason I picked July, put it there, James. The reason I picked July is because
he'll talk to women. He'll be like, "Do you like being promiscuous?" Like he'll just call like a dad. He kind of just calls it out, in a very fatherly way.
White Christian males and female conservative, straight men and women of God are very patriotic, and July just fit with white people. 4th of July, vacations, a quiet
Vacations.
moment to appreciate the freedom that this great country offers. And so I figure since white people founded this country and created the Constitution, then why, if we can have Black History Month, they haven't done a thing. Gay History Month, who have not done anything.
That haven't
The
done a
Mexican
thing.
months and the Indian months and the Japanese month and Chinese month. Why not White History Month? This is their country. So for the entire month, we're going to be celebrating White History Month of July. So happy White History Month, white folks. This is your country. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you founded, created one of the greatest countries on this side of heaven. No one else can do this. So thank you so much. And I'm showing my appreciation by recognizing your month.
He also gets like a ton of hate. People call him all the names that you call a black person when they
coon.
like white people too much. Yes.
Thinking about how we're going to do it. We're going to present, good things that white folks have done to make this country so great. I want to hear from you, your testimonies about white history and how
I'll acknowledge it. I'm too new to it. It's too new.
It's brand new. This is the first time that I'm doing this. What do you think about my starting White History Month this year? This is our first year of celebrating the entire month of July as White History Month. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I'm not personally an identitarian, but I think that I like it seems to be kind of a middle finger to the establishment because there seems to be an anti-white narrative, especially in the corporate media. So I think it's fun.
Because I'm actually a disabled Jew, but I grew up Orthodox, like Chabad Orthodox.
How old are you?
I'm 21. And happy White Day, by the way. Happy White Week or whatever it's called.
It's happy. We're celebrating
White
July
Week.
as White History Month. Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah.
He's funny. I just love his dry delivery.
Yeah.
There's probably better examples of his.
I'm going to watch more of him.
God, he's just great. And he's, very fatherly. And he's very anti being promiscuous. Let's see. What else? Yeah, really, he's mostly known as the founder of White History Month. The Great White Hope. But yeah, you guys have that in common. You're like,
yeah, we don't give a fuck.
What, like
say how it is.
Yeah, and just feel. Where do you feel like most of the programming is coming from? Because you're 22, so where do you feel like? Because you guys are not watching legacy media, like you guys aren't watching TV. No, I mean, only at this point, boomers are really mostly the ones still watching TV. But where do you feel like most of the messaging is coming from for people your age to just default hate white people?
I think it's coming from TikTok. In
Really?
20, that year 2020 was just, I feel like 2020 radicalized me a lot more because that's when the whole leftist retardism, and I hope that's a word, that's when it all got to me. I used to be a leftist back in 2020. I know I said I was always racist, but like I wasn't like, I just know, oh, black people, damn. And then I'd go back to being a leftist,
Mm-hmm. Like you would quietly,
I feel like that's how a majority of them are. They're like, oh my God. And then they're like, oh, that's racist. Let me not think about that. That's how I was. So,
or you don't want to like besmirch your group. Like you don't want to. Yeah.
So it was with the gender shit. Like I started becoming transphobic. I always was, but like that's when things got bad. Yeah, I wasn't with that neo pronoun shit, the kids transitioning and shit, all that bullshit. No, the BLM bullshit, like that was crazy. The thing that really got to me was when they were trying to free murderers, black murderers that are guilty of their crime from death row because they were black. This man, Brandon Bernard, I think, they tried to free that man. And he burnt a woman alive in a car. And I'm like, why does this man need to be free? And people were calling me racist. And they're like, why doesn't he need to be free? He's a black man. No black man should be in prison. And I'm like, he burnt a woman alive?
Yeah, this color shouldn't matter. He made a campfire in a car with the person.
Yeah, that's basically what they were saying. They're like, "Oh, his family forgives him and stuff.
Oy.
He's a black man. He shouldn't be in prison." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." And that's literally what radicalized me a lot more.
Wow.
A lot of things radicalized me. I know I'm going to say that a lot, but like,
Was
it
it
just
did you feel like there was pressure to like post the black square? Because that's what it was for me. Like that was a big one.
I didn't post no
Why
fucking black
do I
square.
have- Why do I feel this pressure to post the black square? Look at everybody around me. They're all doing
Yeah.
it. Why do I have to do this to prove I don't hate
Yeah,
black
I
people?
saw it myself. People were being pressured because people were going around posting, "Oh, this person didn't post the black square. They're racist." And this was at my school. They were like, "Oh, they were tracking who was not posting a black square
Wow.
and calling them racist." And they were doing it with celebrities too. And I'm like, why do they need to bow down to you niggers? Sorry.
I don't know why it's so funny every time. You're still a liberal in 2020. The lockdowns, COVID, all that radicalizes you. The summer of love. What made you? Do you feel like? So when did you feel sort of
like come out as a?
Yeah. When did you kind of walk?
I
away
have the
from-
text messages from when I started support. I don't want to say I started. I've always supported Trump when he was like elected back in 2015, 2016.
Mhm.
But it was a big trend to hate Trump. So I pretended to hate Trump. But I agreed with him. So where was I going? I'm sorry. I'm so passionate.
When you like walked away from the like being a liberal?
Yeah, so I said I was done when was it? What made me done? Just completely done.
Was it you said when they were like wanted to release these murderers or the guy?
Yeah, that it was a bunch of stuff. It's like it was in a Coke bottle. You know when you shake it and put a Mentos in there, it just fizzes up and then explodes. You know.
Yes. What did you think of Biden saying, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black"?
Yeah, that was another thing. I was like, why does my blackness count? Why does my blackness depend on your vote? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why does me voting?
He's holding you hostage, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
And people actually take him seriously after he said that.
Who knows? Maybe the auto pen told him to say that because now we know that's who really was in charge. Who was the first person you sort of started to come out to? Like, hey, I don't think I believe this anymore.
It was my online friends, and honestly, I was around that time. I was in a lot of I don't want to say radical, right-wing group chats. I want to say
based.
Yeah. Like Doja Cat. I don't want to get that. I don't think she was in group chats like that, but that's the rumor. So people call me that because I when I reveal that. But yeah, I had racist friends online. So I was like, hey, and they're like, yeah, so you're waking up. So those are the first people I told. And then my family, they're not like me. So they're really leftist. All of them are leftist. Yeah, they
I was
don't
going to
agree
ask you, what your family.
Yeah, they're all for Kamala, whoever the fuck was running.
Wow.
Yeah,
she might run again. Actually, that's surprising.
I hope she does. I hope she loses. So,
do you have any siblings?
I do. They don't agree with my viewpoints either.
So does everyone in the family now kind of know where you stand? Do they follow you on social media? What was that like? What was the response like from your family?
Well, like being on social media?
Being on social media, but being outspokenly very of a different opinion than all of your family.
Honestly, I'm an adult, so they can't really do anything. They don't agree with it.
You're very self-assured. Like for 22, Reii, like you really have your head on straight. And you're what I really respect and think is so cool about you that like you're of the age still where I would totally understand and be like, oh yeah, you're still a kid. Like you're still, vulnerable to psyops, propaganda, you're whatever your social media feed is, like I could understand. Like, and I didn't really, it took me till 30, I think, to start kind of waking up.
Yeah.
Maybe 28. So like I feel like you're advanced, you're ahead of the game, and you just like your eyes have been opened earlier than I feel like the average. And women too are more more vulnerable to propaganda and psyops for sure, because we just like we like to be empathetic, we like to get along, and our logic sometimes is not as strong. So you figured your shit out
Yeah.
early, and so you're kind of an outspoken, maybe more of a right winger. And so how does your family like react to that? Are they telling you you're wrong? Are they saying don't talk to us? Are
They're
they
saying
saying
I'm wrong and stuff. They're like, girl, you are they think I'm crazy. I don't want to say that they think I'm crazy. They're just like, where's her brain at? Like,
they
we're
think
over here and
do they
she's
think
out
you're like
there.
going through a phase or something, or like
They think I am, but I've been like this forever. It's just been kept in a box inside
it's
me,
been
but it's
building?
out. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they're kind of, do you feel like they're keeping more of a distance now, or you just avoid certain topics?
I just avoid topics.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's what I should have done with my parents. I remember I went to a very liberal college, and I just remember being in my early 20s, like still living at home, and like just fighting with my dad almost every night about like the homeless. You're like, oh, we need to be taking care of the home. Like,
Yeah. I don't believe in that either.
like, what have the homeless ever done for me? Why am I standing up for them?
Yeah.
So it was fun. I just remember it took me a while to kind of like shake myself out of my training, out of my brainwashing. So I just applaud you for that. And it can seem scarier and harder to do when it seems like most people that you agree with are like your online friends, and maybe less so of your like in real life friends. But that's how a lot of things are now. You feel closer to people that you're Twitter friends with than people you've known your whole life.
Exactly.
Wow, that's neat. Okay, so did you have any like friends from your past who kind of I don't know, not canceled you, but like stopped talking to you? Did you have like, as you became more outspoken, did you have a lot of people just turning their backs on you that were friends?
I mean, I don't keep a lot of in real life friends. I only have 2 of them. So I keep my stuff out of my friend, like this out of our friendship, because of course they don't agree with what I'm saying.
You
So
want to stay friends with them, right? Which is smart.
yeah,
People used to do. They used to be lots of people were friends with people who were politically different, and it didn't become such an issue until social media and this sense of like you have to agree on everything or else they're out of your life, which is retarded.
yeah,
So that's smart.
yeah.
The chat is asking. I was about to
Oh, the
ask this
chat.
too.
I
Do you
didn't know
get
the chat was
called?
there.
The chat is here. Do you get called an Uncle Tom?
Yes, a lot. A lot. Is it on YouTube?
We're on YouTube. I guess I should have told you. Yeah, Facebook,
Oh
YouTube,
yeah.
Twitter, Rumble.
Okay, cool.
Where all the cool people are. What are some of
Yeah.
the worst comments you've gotten?
It's the ones that are telling me I don't really give a fuck about these because you're all obviously mentally ill if you think about this, but it's the black guys who are jealous of me being with white men. They're like, I hope a white guy kills you.
What?
And, yeah, they're like, and I'm like, why would you ever? They're demonic. Black people are. I'm not gonna say all of them are, but they can be demonic. Oh
wow.
yeah.
That's really crazy. I just wonder if there's
Yeah.
well, there's unhealthy groupthink in every group, you can say.
Yeah.
It seems like to hate on you because of like your proximity to white guys. It just
They're obviously jealous
sounds
because
like
I
a
mean,
weird like competition thing because you're
yeah.
pretty and you're young and like
Mhm.
you're so.
Yeah, it's obviously a jealousy thing because they know white men outdo them. Black men, they know it. In looks, in IQ, in relationship, in family matters, like they outdo black dudes and they know it. So that's
Wow.
why they're really mad.
And you would think like if that bothers you as a black guy, would you be like, you know what? I will work on my credit score. I will work on keeping in touch
Yeah.
with my own kids. You know, I will be the change will start with me. But
Yep.
instead, like it's easier just to be mad and lash out.
Right. They don't know how to control their emotions. That's the whole thing with Black people. They just go off without thinking. That's why it's said that they're missing their frontal lobe. I think it's the frontal lobe meme. I believe a lot of them are.
Oh my
A lot
God.
of people are saying I was born
not,
with my.
I mean, not you. You're very eloquent and
Yeah.
smart. So
This one guy said, "Oh, you have your frontal lobe because if you turn to the side, it's like normal, but on other Black girls, it's like."
you're like,
they all like,
my head is better formed than yours.
right. They all have chimp skull.
Oh my God. If you had a dating profile online, be like, date me. I don't have a chimp skull.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I haven't done this once. But I feel like, Ray, you're the kind of gal who changes her smoke detector
ours
batteries.
don't chirp.
I haven't heard of one chirp this whole time.
Yeah, mine does not chirp. I change mine in my apartment all the time.
Oh my God, you're hysterical. Are you single right now?
Yes.
Are you looking for somebody?
Kind of.
Kind of. All right. I'm just saying. I don't know if I want to unleash the chat into your DMs, but sometimes I can make a love match every once again. Maybe on the next episode we'll try. Yeah, Ray, I just think you're great, and I am excited to follow you and see like what happens in the next few years. Do you have any? Do you think about like your future? Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Do you think you want to be more of like a public figure? Like, where would you like to see this all going?
Yeah, more of a public figure, maybe working in the government.
Ooh.
Working with Trump. I don't know.
Yes, you could be the next press secretary.
Yes.
You could be the only press secretary that drops the N-bomb regularly.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yes, I'd love it too. That's exciting.
I wonder if there's anybody in the chat who knows Trump. I'm only a couple degrees of separation away, but you're so great. You're the whole package. You can do whatever you want. I am. Yes, Erica says dream big. Definitely.
Yes, thank you, Erica.
You're so fun. Let's see. Is there anything else? Let's see. Oh, this is an interesting tweet. I'm gonna pull this up. This was an interesting take of yours. Bum, 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 bum. Who hates you more, Black men or Black women?
Both. Actually, Black women, because Black women. They've always done that. They've always hated.
Wonder if it's like a competition thing. So this is a tweet of yours. These Black women will fight tooth and nail to get into the same elite white spaces they claim are toxic and traumatizing Ivy League schools, corporate boardrooms, upscale neighborhoods, Hamptons share houses, even Pilates studios with $40 classes. They'll cry about not belonging and microaggressions the entire time that they're there. But the second you suggest they leave and build their own equivalent spaces, they call you racist.
Exactly.
Interesting.
You ladies look stunning. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. You like some flowers? You ladies look stunning.
This is a video of this woman's getting complimented. I just hear somebody saying like you look stunning.
And I've been in a lot of Black women spaces, and they don't take kindly to white women complimenting them or looking at them or being in anywhere nearby them. And I'm just like, how come? And I'm just like, and they're like, I don't trust white women. They're all evil and stuff. And I'm like, have you seen Black women? I'm not trying to like, but like Black women, I believe are way worse than white women.
You think it's projection?
Yeah, very much projection.
Wow. So it's like, you can't even get a compliment. Well, like they don't think,
because they think everything from a white woman is offensive.
Oof. Yeah, it just sounds like programming to me.
And and how the Black women and how they fight to like get into these spaces. You get what I'm saying? They'll go into Louis Vuitton because what is another Lululemon? They'll go in there and they'll be like, oh, these white people staring at me, and I'm like, because y'all go in there and steal all the time. But anyways, I mean, they wouldn't do that if y'all weren't stealing, but you go in there anyways, knowing that y'all have that they have that picture of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Which, like, how does that make you feel that that is a stereotype and something a lot of people think of?
Of when people steal?
Yeah, like, is it something do you feel like, does it feel like you have a lot to kind of, like, fight against or a lot of, like, bad stereotypes to kind of, like
Honestly,
does
I
it feel
don't
like a lot of pressure to like, 'cause you're like, "Ugh, I don't wanna be thrown into a group, like, I don't want everyone to think I'm like everybody else," or it just does it feel like you have to do a lot to set yourself apart from that, or does it not really enter into your mind 'cause you're just
It doesn't
cool?
enter my mind because I'm just myself. I know I'm not like those hood niggers. Sorry. I know deep down I'm not them.
I pressed the wrong sound effect.
No, you're good. Is my mic still good?
Yeah,
Is
your
sound
mic's still
is it
good.
like good quality?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's
Okay,
pretty
good.
good.
Because I got my mic right there.
That's
But
so
yeah.
interesting. Wow. And I was watching too, I don't know if it was this like a similar tweet, but it was an example of another microaggression. This woman was at the opera and she was just filming herself. And the lady next to her, who I assume was white, was like, "Oh, is this your first time in the opera?" And
Oh, that's
she
racist.
thought it was racist and a microaggression because this person's making small talk. I think I've only been to the opera once, which I think personally is too many times. I just went because it was free and like my boss had a free ticket. And I went with my sister. I'm like, "Oh, why do people sit through this? Like it's hours and hours and hours." Maybe I just didn't go to a fun one, but that's what people say when you're at a thing. Like, "Hey, is this your first time at the Metallica concert, at the opera, at the whatever, the Matt Rife show?" That's what people say.
Yeah. And I feel like she thinks it's racist because I think she explained it. She was like, "Oh, you don't ask somebody if a black person if it's their first time at something because why are you assuming it's they can't afford it like that?" And I'm like, you just can't help these people.
Mhm.
You just can't.
It's they don't wanna be helped. They don't
They
want
don't.
to have a new opinion. They don't wanna, like
They
they don't wanna
want look, they wanna be in white spaces, but they don't like white people.
Yeah, it seems hard to have the white space without the white people. Here's just a great example of your transphobia, Ray, that I enjoy. Trans people push the delusional cope that straight men secretly want them when 100,000% of actual straight white guys would never touch one. And this I have been seeing a lot of these videos lately.
Charlie Kirk was subscribed to my spicy site. I know this may come as a shock to most of you because he was so adamant at speaking out against my community, but I felt it was right to bring this to the surface so everyone can see how Republican men are secretly in love with adults.
And like, what is your proof? What is your proof that he subscribed?
Apparently it was fake. So
how easy
that
would
thing
this be
could
to
be
fake? Like just
Yeah.
literally create
that thing, this man could be sued.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Right.
It is. I think it's a fetish thing. I think it's these trans, I think these dudes, like a lot of them are autogynephiliacs, which is like when you have the fetish that you want to be treated like a sex object, you want to be treated like a woman, like which means like you want a straight guy or you want a guy to have sex with you like and treat you like a woman or what
Exactly.
they think, which is I don't know, kind of demoralizing, kind of but again, it's all about a sexual kink. It's like they want to be treated how they think women are treated or like the worst possible version. And so it's like part of acting out this fetish, like, oh, this straight guy, this Republican was really into me. It's like, you're just saying that because you like how that sounds.
So everyone can see how Republican men are secretly.
And like this person, yeah, sure. On this particular video with the makeup and the lighting, reads female, but I'm sure if you were to like, to be at the level of Adam's apple, see the hands, see how tall they are, their big head, like you'd be like, oh.
Somehow you can always tell it's a tranny.
You can. It's like it's the uncanny valley. It's like something in you.
Like you can just
Unless
Like
you're
it's the
dumb.
same with the trans man. There's a lot of them in Austin, and I'm walking by one, and I'm like, that is definitely a woman.
Mm-hmm. You can
Because
tell.
the fit, the body, the height, like you could just
Shoulders,
tell.
hip ratio. Although now they're apparently offering a hip widening surgery. I'm like,
That's
of all the
crazy.
things, it's like, look, if you're a dude trying to pretend that you're a woman, like you will probably get some dudes to like have sex with you. They'll be gay dudes, but you know, you don't have to get a hip widening surgery.
Right. With the dolls. All right, here is a photo from my spicy site of the legal name taken from the credit card that his team tries to send me, and I don't care how much hush money they try to give me. The truth is out, babe, and it hurts.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd desire / fesh. Like, I got you. I tricked you, straight man. See, I am like a real woman. It's like you're probably just preying on a lot of drunk dudes. And I see a lot of posts on Twitter like, it's my third date and I haven't told them I'm trans yet. I'm like, that's how you get beat up.
Killed, yeah.
That's not good.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, the handle is on the libs. Okay.
That was obviously fake. Yeah. She's right.
Man hands. The man hands always give it away.
Mm-hmm.
I assume any woman 5'8" or taller is trans. Yeah.
Oh, I'm 5'8". Damn.
No.
I'm just a tall girl.
No, your face is super feminine. You would never.
Thank
No one
you.
would ever. They would never. Reii, I'm so just like proud to know you. I think you're just fabulous. Where can people follow you other than Twitter at Reii 2 I's Valentina 2 A's?
I have an Instagram, Reii Renee. That's my middle name, Reii Renee.
REI RENE.
RENAE. Reii Renee, yeah. And what else? And I have just X. Those are the two I'm just active on. And then I'm gonna start my YouTube journey pretty soon. But I'm gonna keep releasing videos on my X because that's where.
Oh yeah, that's what's working for you.
Yeah.
I love it. I would love to have you on Simpcast sometime, which is my Sunday show. It's just like this, but there's more of us. So yes, the chat agrees. Come back for Simpcast. Everyone loves you.
Yes, thank you.
Everyone follow Reii right now on Twitter and on Instagram. And you're just the best. And I mean, I'm not inspired to say the N-word, but
I hope many more people can be.
Maybe some folks in the chat. Who knows? Maybe quietly before I go to bed tonight, I'll say it for you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, of course.
And we'll see everybody soon. Bye.